Alright, I've been using my iPhone 12 mini as my daily driver for a couple of months now. I mean, almost 6 months. And I have to say, this is my favorite smartphone. My initial review of this phone was fairly positive. I couldn't believe the amount of horsepower that this device provides for such a small form factor, and I was simply happy to use a flagship phone that's not heavy in my hand and not bulky in my pocket. I touch and play around many other smartphones during this time period, however, I always find myself coming back to this device as my mainly driver. The display on this phone is really good. It is bright, beautiful, and the color accuracy is perfect. iPhone 12 mini have 5.4-inch OLED display, and if you're used to a smaller form factor phones such as Pixel, Galaxy normal S series, not the plus size, or iPhone SE or iPhone 8, you won't have any issue with this display, and the size of this display is completely fine. However, I had a couple problems when I was watching some documentaries or YouTube videos with a very detailed shots. I often find myself expanding the screen to see the more detail of those slow motion shots and stuff. However, for like a normal social media scrolling or web browsing, you'll have no problem with the screen and the size is just right. Also, the practicality of this phone size and the display size is keeping me for using this as my daily driver. No matter how I aggressively control this phone, I won't have any problem of dropping this phone from my one hand, which is pretty crazy. The biggest problem of this phone is, of course, the battery life. I mean, obviously, this device's size is physically small, so inevitably, the battery size is gonna be small as well. However, in my daily use case, I had literally no problem when it comes to the battery life. Yeah, sure, this phone does not have a crazy battery life like other Android manufacturers or even the Pro Max model. This phone will probably have around 30% of battery life at the end of the day, and I can totally use this phone without carrying a mobile battery. Also, the smaller battery size of this phone will force me to use my phone responsibly, so I won't binge on TikTok or Instagram or all these other type of unnecessary stuff from my day, and that is helping me a lot when it comes to productivity. Also, I haven't experienced any type of noticeable battery degradation yet, but I think that occurs because I don't charge my phone overnight and I use my 20-watt fast charging brick in the morning and I fast charge it up to like 98%. So I think that is working pretty well, so I do highly suggest to charge in the morning as well. The main wide and ultra wide camera on this phone are just beautiful. The color balance, dynamic range, and the consistency of style is just awesome. The 12 mini does not have a Pro RAW feature, bigger sensor size, or telephoto lens, but the price and the size of this device, I think you can't really go wrong with it, and I think it is totally worth it. I also think the front camera of this device is totally stunning as well. It looks just like a main camera and it performs just like a main camera too. Even the video side of the performance, you can shoot up to 4K 60 with the front camera, which is just crazy. Okay, so this is a front camera of iPhone 12 mini and it looks like a main camera. How do you think?
I'm just kidding, it's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, crazy.
The video capability on this phone is still the best. The natural look, dynamic range, stabilization, and the consistent looks is just superb. I tested many other smartphones and a lot of them are getting really good at camera performance, especially photos. However, when it comes to videos, I think Apple just demolished other manufacturers, and the looks of iPhone 12's video quality, I think it's just top notch. It's just so freaking good. I know that a lot of people, including me, was very hyped with the HDR video capability of iPhone 12, speaking of Dolby Vision, but the editing is kind of pain in the butt and it takes a lot of storage and the end result is not that different than shooting without the Dolby Vision, so I ended up not turning on, and I highly suggest you to do that as well, especially if you're not a professional filmmaker. I've been using this phone for nearly 6 months now, however the performance is still stunning. I have no issue when it comes to the everyday performance on this phone. There's no lags allowed on this phone. Even after 6 months, I have no issue when it comes to playing video games on the highest setting or just using the phone casually for my everyday usage. However, there was a software issue when the iPhone 12 mini first came out, but I haven't seen any issues now thanks to a very fast Apple software update, and this phone is completely running fine. In conclusion, I think iPhone 12 mini is my favorite iPhone ever, except for iPhone 4 because that thing looks super beautiful. But except for that, like performance and the display wise, I do think iPhone 12 mini is the best iPhone ever in my opinion. With the exception of the battery life, this phone has everything that flagship phones have in a complete compact form factor. I think this phone is awesome for people who loves to have a smaller form factor phone that is operational with your one hand. Also, having a compact screen size will give you a responsibility for your smartphone usage, and keep your head out of your screen and look out and enjoy your life more than in your screen, because your life is not in social media, your life is actually out there. So go get a tiger and go grab and achieve your dream. Anyway guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll leave all my iPhone 12 mini reviews like right here, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And my channel is gonna be right here, and I'll see you guys next time. Anyway guys, my name is Peace Gates, and you guys already know. Peace out guys.